For the first time ever, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is not going to get an Exynos version, which is actually great to hear because in the past there have been mixed review concerning Exynos chipsets, such as the camera color palette is actually different with the from the Snapdragon on the Samsung phone, and this actually means that the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset is the new universal and international standard for the S25 flagships. Well, let's talk about the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra together. Before we start this video, I wanted to please like, share and subscribe, as well as turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any update from us as we discuss about iPhones, Android and gadget tips. Alright, so let's get started. Personally, I do believe Apple and Samsung are currently in that phase where they need to do something groundbreaking in their respective flagship, just like they did in 2017 when Samsung introduced iris recognition on the Samsung Galaxy S8, and when iPhone upgraded to OLED display on the iPhone X that same year. And from the looks of things, every tech company is focused on AI and investing heavily on AI since it's a new industry with lots of potentials for the future. But anyways, what do I think about the S25 Ultra? Well, in terms of design, I am impressed with the rounded titanium frame, unlike the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra that had a boxed titanium exterior and flat display. I actually understand most people won't like the new rounded titanium frame due to it makes the S25 Ultra loses its business-like design uniqueness or productivity uniqueness, but this new design makes it feel part of something new, and it fits very well cohesively with what Samsung is trying to do. Alright, so Samsung also enlarged the screen on the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra from 6.8 inches to 6.9 inches, obviously due to the bezels at the front of the phone, which makes the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra the same screen size with the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and as usual the S Pen is still on the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. The Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is a bit shorter and thinner than the iPhone 16 Pro Max. In fact, it's actually significantly lighter than the iPhone 16 Pro Max. For comparison, the iPhone 16 Pro Max weighs 227 grams and the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra weighs 218 grams, and this is a very big win for Samsung. Do you know why? Well, Samsung introduced the quad camera setup on the S25 Ultra, which is amazing, especially when you realize the S Pen and the quad camera should take up lots of weight, but that hasn't been the case at the moment or so far. All right. Anyways, let's talk about performance and software of the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Like I mentioned earlier on in the beginning of this video, the S25 Ultra is not going to have an Exynos chipset or a variation due to location. Instead, it comes with a universal Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite. And you also need to understand this chipset is very light, and it's actually the first TV silicon semiconductor chip on a Galaxy phone. It's very light, and Samsung actually claims that this chipset delivers a 37% faster CPU performance, 30% better graphics performance. Imagine playing Call of Duty on this phone. Anyways, but there is a big problem here. All right, you see, such a great increase in performance would actually, strain the S25 Ultra a bit in terms of, the thermal management. Luckily, Samsung actually got to, to understand this is going to be a problem, and they actually put a larger vapor chamber, which will help to reduce the heat. But even with all this, the vapor chamber is still not enough. You see, if the materials around the chipset, haven't been redesigned in order to reduce thermal management, then there's going to be a problem. You understand? In fact, this is exactly what Apple did on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, which makes the iPhone 16 Pro Max, better in terms of, thermal throttling. Because when it comes to thermal throttling on the 16 Pro Max, it's the system has a thermal throttling that helps to cool down the phone or slows down its phone in a way in which it doesn't affect gameplay and also doesn't heat up the phone's systems. All right. So the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra comes with 12 gigabytes of RAM in all storage versions. That is the 256 gig, the 512 gig, and the 1 terabyte option. Now, you see, unlike Samsung, Apple actually increased theirs to 8 gigabytes of RAM because of Apple intelligence. And well, at the moment, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, is the hottest phone now. But let's see how this phone holds up, in the coming months, since this is just February. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, comment please, because I notice I don't get comments often, and subscribe so you won't miss an update and content from us. My name is Eferia Ifeanyichukwu Conroy Ifemena. So see you next week, Monday.